way home from Braintree. Stephen is telling me where he run phone lines. Showing off again.
No, there was over there, they're hugely underground.
See, now they're underground, but they used to be overhead where he had to climb poles. So we're on our way home. I didn't film a lot of the migrants because
Picturesque villages.
the girls were saying that the ones that were there today are quite aggressive. They had the aggressive ones in today. And unlike these guests from other countries, I know how to behave, and it's not my town. So they get a bit feisty if you film them. And I don't care, man or woman, I'm not being told what to do. But as I say, it's not my town. So, you know, some lefty calls the police or something and says, oh, you're being mean. And I don't want any trouble there. And they don't either. Because they're very nice ladies, just standing up for their children and their family's safety and their town. So I said to them, I'm just going to film a little bit and then I'll film around the town. They did wait for more buses to come, but the first time there, so you have to be respectful. It isn't my town, but you want to show your support, and everyone should be supporting everyone up and down the country, because we are being invaded, and you can see these men are quite aggressive. They don't like to show their face. There was literally one there saying that we should be paying for them and paying for them all, and a lefty was saying, what's wrong with paying for them all? They're only human beings. Oh yeah, fine. Country's only got so much wealth. We're going to end up as like a third world country because we're not getting the doctors and engineers, and you can tell we're getting the riffraff that their countries don't want anymore, just coming over here to get everything free and boasting about it, showing their new clothes and their new trainers and everything they've got. As I said, the Salvation Army now have security. So what's security all about? Because it isn't for the people of the town of Braintree, it's for the migrants. Maybe they've started to realise that they don't know how to behave. But men protecting men, where did that come from? Men are meant to protect women. I mean, Stephen stood back, aware of all what was going on, in case he had to do his 007 Kung Fu fighting and protect us all. But, you know, there's a way to behave when it's not your town. You go and you take a few pictures, you show your support, you take pictures of around the town to make your little video, and I gave them my email address and said, if you want us to share anything, just email it to me, and can't be fairer than that. So this is the countryside. I'm not sure where we are. Where are we?
This is a road heading towards Hatfield Broadoak from the little village of Takeley.
Listen to it.
So we was at Takeley, we're now driving down towards a village called Hatfield Broadoak.
the phone is in my hand, you wally. It's not going to steady me. Really? Now people know why I'm a little bit, nutty. Look what I live with. Oh, you're holding onto the phone. That's going to stop me moving around, isn't it? I don't clench, thank you very much. My flap's a bit loose on my cup, so I have to keep holding my flap every now and then. But there you go. It's a bit windy around here. Lovely countryside. Look at all the countryside. Well, yes, but I'm usually in Skegness. Every time there's a lot of country lanes, and I either get behind a tractor, or when we had lockdown, I had my caravan, like we was in a caravan, and I had gone to open up, so all the nets and everything was down. Suddenly security knocked on the door and said, oh, everyone's got to leave the site. Oh, Boris Johnson says we're locking down. So I said, well, all my nets are down and that. Well, you've got to go. I said, look, I've only been here like a few hours, and I've got to drive like a 3.5 hour drive home.
Yeah, it's about right.
4 hours, because I have to stop. It is about 2 hours 40, but I have to stop a lot. Oh, we don't care about that. So I thought, oh, okay, the dreaded China disease, I've got to go home. And what did I end up following? A private ambulance. I thought maybe someone's trying. Don't say that, it's on YouTube, you'll get me struck off now. So I thought, so maybe someone's trying to tell me something. So it's either a tractor or a private ambulance with me that I usually end up following. But Stephen, he does forget that, I'm very fragile, so you have to be careful on these little turns and like that. So he's not braking really hard, but to me it seems really hard. Oh look, lovely little church there, if you can see it. Little church. What's this town?
This is Hatfield Broaddock. It's not a town, it's a village basically. You can drive through it in about 3 minutes. Has got its own telephone exchange.
Village, so called. And we have the Cocking.
It is sometimes.
And Stephen, he cannot behave himself. And
this is Feathers Hill.
Road, and this is Feathers Hill. There we go. Some lovely little houses along here. Just bringing you on the way home for a little drive.
Up here on the left is a little bay, and if you look to your left where the bay is, you'll see a telephone exchange. You won't see it from the camera, it's got a couple of steps.
Okay. Apparently, if you're interested in that.
You did point the camera, sir.
No, I didn't point the camera.
You're following the nose of the car.
I'm following the nose of the car. There's some nice trees here. And windy roads again. Here we go. This is the scenic route.
Picturesque.
A picturesque route. It's not very picturesque to my back.
Yeah, but we could be stuck on the M11. There's always an accident
Only a small town, but my little leggies go. I asked the lady. I asked the lady in the cafe, because the toilets are upstairs, if she had a hoist, and it was a young lady and she didn't know what a hoist was, so I had to say basically like a lift, but one you use on your own. Little boy on his motorbike or his little scooter, and a little video of the countryside. You're probably getting bored to death, but things, it's really weird. When I was working before I was ill health retired, you'd like drive home in the winter months and it'd look so much different from the summer months, like a totally different area, because obviously you have all the leaves on the trees in the summer months, and then in the winter months it's all bare, and it like totally looks different. Or maybe it's just me. The weeping willow tree, lovely weeping willow tree there. And where are we now?
Hatfield Heath. It's where Chloe's daddy used to live.
Yeah, I know where Hatfield Heath is. This is where the hospital is, isn't it?
No.
What's the hospital called? Well, we used to go through there.
Yeah, you drive down there. You used to go to Bishop's
When Stephen decided to go down this little tiny hill, I don't even think it was a hill, a grass slope.
Gravity 1.
And I'm not quite sure, but he slipped. His boot got caught in the.
No, I just toppled over sideways.
Yeah, but your boot got caught in the.
Didn't. Nothing got caught. I was tripped.
Well, I don't know.
Didn't know I was falling.
He just tripped over.
Defamation of character there.
Defamation of character.
I went over 45 degrees and my body decided it was time to go. Legs don't bend sideways.
His legs didn't bend sideways, and he ended up breaking his leg and part of his ankle, and had to have metal plates in it.
Got a big metal bar.
Oh, a big metal bar.
Tibia nailing.
And so he managed to do that, and then when we was at this hospital while he was having his checkup, me trying to push, but I ended up pulling a 16 stone man in a wheelchair, which was no easy task. Even like people on crutches were passing us because he was rather heavy. When I looked out the window, there was this little tiny slope, and there was a little sign saying warning slope. So I took a picture of it being sarcastic and said you better not go out there. And then I was driving home because obviously he couldn't drive, and we heard a clonk, and I said to him, "What's that?" And he said, "I think it's the exhaust." And I said, "Oh dear, what are we going to do? Because if I get down, I'm never going to get up." But like the Superman he is,
with a broken leg,
with his broken leg, he managed to get on the floor, tie it up, get back up,
and pick up the big box that was hanging off.
Oh, and pick up his big box. So you mustn't forget, you've got to give him all the praise you can.
No one else picked it up.
And there's a beautiful thatched cottage here.
Yeah, this is a village shearing.
Not shearing village. Look at these beautiful thatched cottages. So yeah, I think he's happy now.
And the nominal roadworks in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and you always get the roadworks, don't you, in the middle of nowhere. Another lovely little bungalow. And these are these little tiny cottages that you have. The old-fashioned 2 up, 2 down. And a little post office shop. It's nice. We could have, I suppose when we moved, we could have thought about a little village. But the trouble is, when you live in a little village and you start to get older, and then if you can't drive for some reason and that, you sort of you're isolated, it's all right when you're young and you move to these little villages and you grow up there, but as you start to get older, some people stay, but you find some people sort of move to the town area, even if it's like a small town, but where you can get on a bus. And I mean, we've been spoiled because where we've always lived, the hospital's been like a 5-10 minute drive away, but when we moved to Skegness, you're talking about a 45-minute drive there, 45-minute back. So the hospital's not quite as close, but there is a walk-in centre, like a mini A&E, I suppose. But then, if you need scans and that, but I do believe they've just built a big mega clinic where they can do the scans and everything in the clinic, and then if they feel that you need to see the consultants, they can send it up. And I don't think it's just for Skegness, it's for the areas a bit further on from the Skegness, which obviously have even farther to travel to the hospital. So that, some of them it's an hour and a half. So that's like a 3-hour round trip. Unfortunately though, I don't think that they've got the staff to man the clinic at the moment. So the clinic's built, it's just the manpower, the staffing of it, which I'm not quite sure really why they haven't got all these staff, because we've got all these doctors coming over the channel, which works out, I think they worked it out about 700 plus a day if you work it out over the year. So I'm not quite sure why we haven't got them, unless the government are telling a few lies. But anyway, I'm sure I'm boring you to death, but I thought you might like to come on the little drive home with us. So, Parker, say goodbye.
Yes, my lady, goodbye.
Bye everyone.